What's up, people? It's your girl, King Chic. This is the King and I radio show. We are on Party 101.9. And as usual, you know, I have special guests in the building. Y'all know all my guests are special, but really and truly, all my guests are like, I don't know. I be having the best guests. So, today we have like reality TV star, right? Rob in the building from Love During Lockup, right?
Yes, that's the whole fact. Yeah.
Okay, so you could talk to the audience a little bit and tell people about yourself.
It's your boy Rob from Love During Lockup. Yeah. Represent Harlem, West Side, stand up, you know.
Okay, so Harlem in the building.
Harlem definitely in the building.
Okay. So how you been? How you feeling?
Everything healthy, man. It's a blessing, you know, transition back to society after doing 10 years incarcerated. So, you know, it's amazing being here, you know, to be able to have a platform and my voice be heard.
Okay, so we getting straight into it. So you said you was incarcerated for 10 years.
Yeah, I did 10 years incarcerated.
That's a long time. So if you could tell me, I guess a brief overview of your charges. What was you?
I was locked up for robbery, the first degree, and credit card fraud on top of that. You know, so when that's my past, that's not what I'm into anymore. So
check you out. So you a bad boy turned good? That's what we saying now?
I mean, I'm a bad boy that don't live that life no more.
Okay.
I think we are, you know, but yeah, I'm definitely not, you know, into the street life no more. Definitely, you know, that I feel like that part is played out, and it's like, you know, it's no longer what's going on out here at all. Like, you know, the new gangster is just having yourself together and focus on getting your family right, getting yourself right, getting yourself organized, and, you know, orchestrating yourself for the future, because the streets definitely don't pay. Crime don't pay no more, man. You going to jail, there's too many informants out here. It's just not working, man. It's not gonna work. You definitely going to jail.
That's a fact. And I like hearing that but I do notice that everybody that has been, you know, kind of like reformed or incarcerated, whatever the case is, what you want to call it, they do come out with a positive message, letting everybody know, like, listen, that's not the route you want to go. This was not, you know what I'm saying? It was not a walk in the park. It was not a playground. So, like, if you outside doing things that's going to land you there, like, you know, you definitely need to rethink your steps. And so that's a good message. But, I don't know. So I guess you could kind of, since we're already on that topic, you could kind of give us like a little basic, like an overview kind of what it was like being in prison, like what or on the inside, basically.
Being in prison, it's not easy, to be honest, because first of all, you stripped away from all your rights. Mm-hmm. They consider you 3/5 of a man, you know. So, you know, according to the 13th Amendment, like we basically legally slaves, you know. So it's like all your rights is kind of taken away from you. So you don't really, you know, like have the same rights no more. Like you can't, you know, go in the refrigerator when you want. You can't take a bath when you want. You can't do certain things exactly when you want to do it. You know, it's just a bunch of things. Just a brief summary of it. Pretty much like, you know, you're taken away from your family, taken away from society. Your life is pretty much on pause, because even if you in there getting to a bag and you run it up doing your thing in there, you know, it's still like only but so much. It's only but so far, as far as you're gonna go, as far as like accelerating your life. So, you know, so I'm saying, I think I said this before, like, you know, for me, like I did my time. I didn't let my time do me. So I pretty much, for me, it was more so I was physically locked up. I was never mentally locked up, you know. Like I was there, like I said, just in my physical, but not mentally, because I always had something to look forward to, you know, as far as that. But like I said, to answer your question, like it just wasn't easy. You dealing with, you know, police that's in there that's racist. I'm not talking about all of them, because you do got, you know, some officers that's just coming to do the 8 hours and get home. They're not really worried about what we got going on. And then you got officers that, to be honest, that's really like trying to oppress us, you know, that's really trying to make it real hard on us or whatnot. So I'm saying, so it's all right. It's bad enough. All right, we're already being punished for the crime, so they just want to make it 10 times harder on us, and But like I said, for me, like that motivated me even too not to ever come back to jail. So I'm saying, because you got officers that just wanted, like I said, to be extra and like be on time and be on just super nonsense time. So, but I just, like I said, I try to do the best to just focus on what I had to do, And
So you felt like there was some of them that just kind of like were out for you, or maybe like you saw that in interactions with other prisoners or something like that, like the racism or the different.
Yeah, I mean, nobody was excluded like that. It's like
everybody.
It's everybody.
Okay,
You feel like
everybody.
just come in there, maybe just mind your business or whatnot. So saying no, that's not how that works.
Okay.
You're gonna come in there and the officers.
And everybody gonna get it.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna find a way to nitpick at you. Interrupt your program or what you got going on. So saying it get real bad, whatever. So saying.
And I ain't trying to get too political, but I do see stuff all the time where, things on the news, and I don't know if you like advocating for somebody, but I see stuff where, incidents happen in prison where it's like people are getting beaten to death, or so a lot of people are not even making it out. I saw a video the other day with a guy, and he was like, I don't know, they was just like, he was handcuffed, but they were punching him in his ribs, they doing all kinds of stuff to him, and of course in the end he ain't make it, and it's just like, it's crazy because you expect to, okay, like you said, I did whatever I did, I'm here to pay to pay my debt to society, and but I don't expect to not make it out alive by the hands of
right, a correction officer, correct.
Right.
A correction officer. It's care, custody, and control. You understand? So their job there is to really protect us, no matter what you there for. Some things. Some guys. Crimes is real heinous. I'm saying,
Right,
especially like, I'm not judging. You got a sex offender crime. I feel like you something should be happening. You should be in prison. But that's neither here nor there. Like their job there is to protect us. So that happens on the norm. To answer your question, Sheik. Like you heard, like they do like oppress us. Like, so for example, like if something happened or incident, their favorite thing is to take you to the clinic, put hands on you, put you in handcuffs, beat you up. The first thing they do is to put hands on you. I'm saying that I guess to keep the fear installed and to kind of let you know, I guess to regulate the situation. But they love doing that, and you see like it's coming out now. Before, especially my era, like when I was going through the system, especially even just now, like. It's that, thank God that's coming out now, because that was never coming out. Like, you would never see that on the internet, like, as far as that was just happening. There's no cameras, and you gonna hold it down. They got body cams and it's surfacing on the internet. That was going on repeatedly. That's nothing new. That been happening. That been happening since I've been going in the prison.
It's just not that it's highlighted.
Right.
And then there's families that's like speaking out and trying to get justice for their loved ones and things of that nature.
That's right.
You said that you basically found ways to, I don't know, keep your mental. So, I don't know, what are some of the things that you did to kind of stay, like, connected to the outside world, as far as, like, okay, I know I'm going to come home, so I'm going to stay grounded and I'm not going to let this place just swallow me up. What was some of the things that you did?
Well, I was fortunate enough to have a good support system. That was one, so that kind of helped me stay focused. For me, myself, like I said, when I speak about me just physically being locked up, not never mentally being locked up, it was more so of me like occupying my time. I was in there writing books. I was reading a lot. I worked out on a day-to-day basis. I just always kept myself occupied, and just to keep myself with something to look forward to, So if that answer your question.
So you said you was in there writing books. That stuck out to me.
Okay.
So we got an author hat on you?
Oh yeah, I would say that. It's not all the way complete, but I'm in the editing process now, and I name the book. So one is called Power to Profile, and the other one is called actually Tales Behind the New York State Wall. That's more like a series I'm working on, whatever I've been working on. That's my baby too, So
okay, so when can we look out for that, and which one is gonna come first?
Power to Profile is definitely coming out first. That should be definitely dropping by the summertime. So look out for that. Power to Profile is gonna be a must see. It's a great storyline. It's all about. It's all about the scams, to be honest. I'm saying, so it's some of the part of the life I live.
So when you say it's a must see, that means it's not just a book. We can get visuals.
Oh yeah, definitely. The conversion is definitely. I'm working with a screenwriter right now, actually, too, to convert it over to a movie. we kind of indecisive of a movie series or whatever, to be honest, but yeah, it's definitely a book. It's coming dropping by the summer, so just look out for that.
Did you always have like writing aspirations, or did the experience kind of influence the what I'm gonna write about this because it's so pressing?
To be honest, it's a little bit of both. Like I always wanted to do it, but the way I was moving, I was really out in these streets. Like I wasn't, so never really had the time to really sit down and really, even care that much to sit down and do it. So I guess by me going to jail and sitting with, now you got nothing but time, we locked down 23 and 1. So now, it kind of like gave me more aspiration to do it,
Okay.
To answer the question.
So, no. What are some life lessons that you learned while being incarcerated?
Life lessons while I learned, well, definitely the first thing I could say is that I tapped in to myself spiritually, something I thought I would never do. It helped me sit down and do some soul searching for myself, and definitely like motivated me not to ever want to come back. I'm like this is not what I want for my life. So if that answer, that's number two. And just basically a life lesson that I could say like it really taught me is that like this is not where you want to be. Like this is definitely not where you want to be. Like you waking up, like I said, you're away from your family. You're just away from the things you like to do on a regular. It's just like you locked in the cell. You can't move. I know when this gate closed at a certain time, I look up sometimes like, damn, I can't go on the other side of that gate. So it kind of woke me up like this is just coward suckerness. Like this is like really for the birds. Like you don't want to be in here. So that's if that answers your question.
Yeah. And I'm trying to keep it on the same pace before we, get into a whole bunch of other stuff because you got so much things, going on and to talk about. But I did see one of the segments of the show where you shared that your mother passed while you was incarcerated. Mm-hmm. So I just want to know, I don't know, how did that impact you? How did that make you feel being in there? Whether it's I couldn't go to services or I couldn't mourn with the rest of my family. We couldn't, things like that. I'm just curious as to.
Well, it's crazy. Like you gotta really, I guess watch what you say because I guess my mother, she really manifested it. Like not say it like that, but she was saying like on the road you going, you're gonna be locked up when I go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it was, just to answer your question, it was a horrible thing. Like nobody wanted to lose their mother while that's like some of the worst news you could possibly get. And like I'm gonna shout out to one officer. I'm gonna say this because I got to hear a voice like right before I got before I actually before she passed away. So I'm saying, okay. And it's crazy. The whole company was locked down. Like he actually let me come out and clean, and then he let me get on the phone. Like it was nobody able to get on the phone. That was the last time I heard from her. So it was like that. It was like real traumatizing because I spoke to her. She was fine. She actually died from a brain aneurysm. So it's like it just took her right away. Like it's like she wasn't like sick or like I was like preparing. It was random. It was so random. So it was like a traumatizing experience, what I'm saying, being locked up. But like I said, fortunately enough, they let me come to the funeral. I was able to come to the funeral. But I'm saying, like it's still like a bad thing going to see your mother shackled. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like but it's embarrassing.
But I know people that has happened to them and they weren't able to go to their mother's funeral. So that's still like
that's true.
Still like a thing.
It was a super blessing, and they gave me extra time. They let me sit there for 2 hours or whatever. And my whole family, I got to see my family. I was able to take pictures, and they was able to see me. Too. You know what I'm saying, whatever. But it kind of it was like almost unreal. You know what I'm saying? So it really didn't feel like real. It really kind of hit me when I came home, and I realized she wasn't there. Like I'm like, damn, like what I'm saying, because right, it was that like that. I guess that's what because it like it's so hard, like 'cause it's different times that it hit you, like in different spurts or whatever, and then you'll get emotional about the situation. But then it was more so, like I said, when I touched down, I see like, damn, she's really not here, or going to her old room and just seeing her presence not in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever. So it was traumatizing, but I know like for anything she wanted me to be strong, and I know she would be proud of what I'm trying to do and trying to accomplish right now.
Definitely. So do you feel like she's your motivation to kind of stay away from, like that path as well? Like, okay, yes, everything in there was animalistic and that I don't plan on coming back, but also maybe I'm doing this for my mother. I want to be make her proud or
yeah. I could definitely say she's definitely a huge influence on me being on straight and narrow. But me being just manning up to my situation, just me wanting more for myself too. Just me not wanting to go back down that path, you know, and having to live that life no more because I did it for so many years. Like I'm saying, like sad to say that wasn't my first bid. My first bid I was locked up for the gun, you know, and then I'm saying then this one, you know.
So you was just giving her headaches.
Yeah, I was just giving her a bunch of headaches. I was just doing way too much, you know. So.
Oh man, so what's your like you which child? What number child are you?
It's 5 of us, and I'm the 4th born.
So you damn near the baby and you acting up.
I'm damn near the baby.
That's
I'm right
crazy.
next to the baby.
That's crazy. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. So now we here. Now we back in the real world. How has that transition been?
Back to the real world. It's been challenging, but don't get me wrong. It's better than being in prison. Just point blank period. Like, you know, saying even my worst day out here is better than my best day in here. Like it's no comparison. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's not easy transitioning back after doing 10 years because everything is different. It's just not, you know, the same. Like, you know. And
I'm curious, what are some of the challenges? Because really quick, I've met people that like maybe they did more than 10 years, but like they come out and it's like that store wasn't there, this building wasn't here. I used the payphone, we used the token, so like it was a drastic changes. Like, or maybe I don't know how to use the cell phone. I mean, yes, this is recent, so but still, there's some things that probably changed in that time where you came out like, okay, like I'm learning this for the first time, or I'm learning that for the first time. What are some of those things?
Well, one of the things, I mean, it's probably a little off topic, but watching my people, like, they really aged in that little 10 years. That was one. The cost of living, everything is just like so expensive out here, you know. Inflation, you know, like whatever it was before I left, it's not. I'm saying things like that nature, you know. The style of dressing, it's just so, it's like just it's just different.
Definitely changed.
Fashion change, you know what I'm saying, everything, changed. You know. Shout out to Baggy wearing again.
Because you got men walking around with their little purses and nail polish.
No, that's out of line. I think that's too.
I mean, it's happening.
It's true though. I see it like that. That's
and
just
it's like rock starish, I guess.
Yeah, again, like everybody's just back in the Baggy era again, you know. And this, you know, I mean, that's not.
So what's your era? Which one you like best?
You know, I come from like that Baggy era. I'm gonna be honest, I'm saying whatever, but it's.
So you wasn't ready for it to leave anyway, so you glad it's back?
No. I ain't gonna front. You know what's so funny? I was judging everybody. I'm clowning everybody. I'm like, yo, bro, what's up with these baggy bell bottom looking wearing pants? Like, and then like I got a couple pairs. I'm like, all right, it ain't so bad. You heard? Not right now. I ain't wearing them. I'm like, all right, now I kind of like it. You heard? So saying like, you know, whatever. I was like kind of against it, but you know.
He was the Migos jeans. With the.
Nah, just a little flare, like sweatpants. Yeah, probably just the sweats. I'm not with the pants and all that looking bell bottomed out and too big, like I'm saying. So yeah, those is cool. You heard? Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Those is cool over there, like. But all that, like, just the big, all of this. I don't know, like, teach his own. I don't want to judge nobody and anybody, you know.
Okay. Well, at least I mean that's good that it wasn't nothing too crazy for you because like, I'm over here giving you stories that I heard from other people, but like I had one guy tell me like one time like I think he might have went in his room and they like his grandkids, because he was an older guy and he spent a long time in there, he was like the grandkids said something to him and he's like, nah, I just want to stay in my cell. And then they was like, but you're not in your cell, like you know, like it did. Like whatever was going on for him, like he snapped back into feeling like he was, I guess, still incarcerated, and so that was like the transition was, you know.
Yeah,
so
I mean, some dudes, I'm gonna say it like this, it affects them different, you know, like, cause, like, to me, that kind of sound, no disrespect or no shade, that sound like a institutionalized trait. Like for you to be on the outside and still thinking you in your cell, you don't want to come out your cell, something mentally is wrong. Like something happened or something traumatic happens for you to think like as much time as I did, I never considered myself like, institutionalized. The most thing I feel is that that happened to me, like that's most on the inside. Like when I did a lot of time in the box, like it makes you feel antisocial. Like, all right, I did 6 months straight one time, right? I feel like I didn't want to visit. I feel like I didn't want to come out. Everything gave me anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for that nature, but not on the outside. I feel like once you're on the outside and you still moving like you though on the inside or things like that, or trigger certain things, I feel that's like borderline institutionalized, which is we just need to get help for, because that's serious. That's not funny, nothing to be playing with,
Yeah, I mean, I guess he caught himself, like he realized in the same split moment, but it was just still like, damn, I just said I have to stay in my cell. It's crazy, right?
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
But so you definitely had whatever, a strong willpower, strong mind, everything. But I'm curious about the box because I be hearing people talk about it, and so every time somebody say that, I just imagine like it's somewhere with no windows and you just in darkness, like.
It's no window, and it's not what you think, but it is kind of an idea what you're saying. Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much. You got a light inside your cell.
Okay.
So, they give you feed up trays. You don't get. When I was doing it, was no commissary. I heard you get commissary now, which is crazy. I heard you come out your cell. Something 3-4 hours a day. You get time cuts. When I was doing the box, it was none of that.
Hours.
You was in that. 24 hours, yeah, pretty much. You're not coming out. You had a rec pin on the back of our cell. You hear what I'm saying? Like that we could come out there for the hour. You don't leave out your cell physically. Maybe for medical or for dental or a visit. I'm listening. Go ahead.
So the box is your same cell. It's just you're not coming out of it. So it's called that.
Oh no! All right, you got two things. You got something called upstate box, right? And then you got the shoe. The shoe is like that's where you go before they send you to, which is upstate box. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty much whatever. No, you're not in your cell.
So guess what? I have like a vivid imagination.
Yeah.
So this whole time I thought like they take you out your cell and they bring you to like, I don't know, something dungeon like, and like they like, you ain't coming in here with no books, it ain't no relaxation, you just in there like, you know?
Yeah, but it's funny when you in the shoe, you don't got nothing at first. Like that's what they do. They bring you, but most of the time is when you leave out, like they take you out your cell after whatever happened, the incident happened, for example, whatever. Then they'll take you to the box. They might have a box there, they might have a box in the jail. Most of the jails have a box inside the jail or whatever. And then from there, whatever, you go to your tier hearings, and once you get your time, they'll send you where you gonna go. So. But yeah, like and when you get there, whatever, you get your books, and and it might, once you get on certain levels, you get headphones. So it's not just they throw you in the dungeon, you just in there starving, no food, no water, no light. It's not.
I figure maybe they bring the meals, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but maybe before my time, but yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna cut to a little break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get into all the stuff.
Okay, all right.
This is the King and I radio show on Party 1019 on iHeartRadio, powered by the Matrix Studios.
And we are back, people, and I still have my special guest up here, Rob from Love During Lockup, and we are talking about everything. We getting into all his business in 2 seconds, right?
That's right.
So right now, I just want to know how did you get on the show? How did that happen?
Yo, what's so funny about like me getting on the show? All right, like at the end of I watched the show, so at the end of it they saying, we looking for your guests. We looking for, more couples to come on the show. So the person I was dealing with at the time, I ran it by her. She like, you want me to put an application in? We did it, all honesty, jokingly. Like we was not even like taking it serious about like, the show. So that's my word. Like 6 months went by, and then next thing you know, I forgot. I wasn't even thinking about the show no more. That's my word. I would have like, it was like just water under the bridge. I wasn't even thinking about it. Then like lo and behold, like 6 months later, they called us for the show. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Okay. So what did filming look like when you was incarcerated? Because they didn't film visits, right?
They actually, like, I don't know how, like they actually got permission from the warden of the jail, and they came in and they came into the jail and recorded me.
Well, check them out. They got super pull, right?
Somebody got pulled. Somebody got paid. One of the two. Yeah, somebody got paid. Somebody got paid. Money changed everything. Somebody got paid. I'm telling you.
Oh man,
that don't really happen. So it already kind of gave me a one up over everybody because you got to remember dudes. They not released yet, so they just you hear them on the phone talking to their significant other. Me on the other hand, I'm actually being seen before I'm even released, which really don't really happen that often on that show. Like, I've seen it only happen a few times.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that portion of it is not really typical.
No, it's not typical.
Normally it's after they...
Yeah, after they release. Like, before the release, you just listen to that person talk on the phone, like, and maybe a picture.
Okay.
Me, on the other hand, you actually got me talking.
Actual footage.
Exactly. So
check them out. I wonder what made them... It made me... You know what I'm saying? Decide, okay, this one I'm going to come inside. We're going to come inside for this one, maybe.
We coming inside.
Like, because that's not unless they probably knew, like, okay, this location, we got a little something going on here. We could finagle that. We could sway that. But, I don't know. Was you shy? Or was it like, was it like 1, 2, 3 for you?
Nah, it was kind of, it was a bit of both. It was kind of nerve-wracking, and I felt excited at the same time because, to be honest, even just being released on your own, like, like without no cameras, no nothing, after doing all that time, it's real. It's nerve-wracking because you're about to be released back to society. So it's so many different emotions and nerves running through your mind and your feelings, your brain. So to come home, just being straight to camp, mind you, it wasn't no do-overs. It was like, while I'm walking out that door, the cameras is rolling. Ain't no stop, pause, you would go back inside, let's do it over. It was a one-time, one-shot take, so it was definitely nerve-wracking, to be honest.
And then you got to worry about, like, I don't know, what everybody else is going to be seeing. So basically, you had already known that you was coming out when you did the application. Is that like a requirement? Like, you got to know? Okay.
Yeah, you got to know your release date. They actually look into it. They don't play that. Like, they want to know the day release. They keep asking you over again. They keep getting, confirmations. They on it. They're not playing.
Okay. Your partner on the show, Tia, right? It sound like, I guess, you guys got hooked up by, like, family?
Yeah, we actually kind of did. My sister posted a picture of me on her social media, and I guess it struck Tia's attention, so that made her, I guess she liked what she saw, and then we took it from there.
Oh, so she asked about you. And so then y'all started a relationship in there, and you decided... Cause I'm watching episodes and I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the reason why we wasn't gonna be living together initially, and I mean. Well,
thank you. Yeah. So, I guess initially we wasn't living together because like I said, I had my own crib set up. You know what I'm saying, in Brooklyn. I feel like it was unfair being that. She had a daughter, so that's the main thing. Like, that our issue was she got a daughter, so we don't want to just put too much on her right away. Me just coming home and then, even though I'm gonna keep it honest, like, her daughter loved me off the rip. She already gravitated to me. I spoke to her, what I'm saying. But I feel like it was unfair for a child to have to,
adjust.
Exactly, just adjust because I'm coming home. So I'm a figure it out as a man. I'm gonna go get my own crib, and then that's something we can work on, as we go along, or we feel like we want to do. Once I'm home, and we really we see how we're both moving, and this is what we really want. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, it didn't seem like y'all was on the same page. It didn't seem like y'all was on the same page for much of anything. It was a lot of I don't know. It was a lot of complaining going on. So a lot of little friction. Or maybe that's what they showed us. Maybe y'all had your little smooth. But we were seeing a lot of. Who said you could live here, and who's and then I probably saw an episode when you was first released, and then it's just like y'all had issues about you wanting to hang out, you want to go to the strip club, you want to go to Harlem, and then it's just like, but I want to cuddle, and I mean everybody is like, comment section, because I'll be reading everything, and I'll be into everything, and they just like, oh my gosh, this is not gonna.
Yeah, I guess she wanted it her way and I wanted it mine. I made it clear, like, I wasn't gonna feel like I was locked up or I needed to feel like I had another CO on my PO on my back. Well, I'm in a relationship. Like, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like I'm locked up or feel like I'm being told to do. Especially, it's really bad to do all that time. Like, you don't want to feel that feeling, like, at all. Like, you know, so you just got to give a man his freedom, period. Like, you know, just a person in general. Like, you know, don't try to I'm never going to try to dictate your actions. Let me just be honest. I'm saying, to an extent, if we're in a relationship, I'm your man, of course, whatever. We're going to come to certain conclusions together as a whole in a relationship. But other than that, though, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to feel those feelings.
So what is it like to, I guess, have like your real emotions be like displayed in real time? Because like you said, cameras is rolling, we not getting no chance to stop, do this, do that, and then they decide like, okay, this is what we're gonna show. Like, how do you feel about, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it kind of like nerve-wracking? Like, okay, I wonder what's gonna be on today's.
Yeah, nah. You know what you're saying is a good question. You know why, Sheik? Because just the way I'm looking, that's like I didn't get to see it beforehand. I saw it when everybody else saw it, so it was nervous because you don't know what. Like, I don't know like how it's recorded. Let me just put it like this: a lot of it was chopped out and edited. They didn't even show every little thing, so I didn't know what to expect. Just like the audience, I didn't know what to expect. I watched it when y'all saw it. I'm saying, to answer your question, so it was nerve-wracking. Like you don't know what they're gonna put on here. Like, you know, what's gonna be said or how it's gonna be displayed or how it's gonna be shown. So, you know, that was kind of nerve-wracking.
Okay, and I think like the fans, they felt like she was, from what I see, they like, you know, she's a really beautiful girl, but they felt like she was about to be in for a wild ride, as far as, you know, not wanting to give you your freedom or your space. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the status of that now.
As far as what it starts, status of relationship or what we got going on.
Yeah, what y'all got going on?
Like, you know.
Is it better?
To be honest, I'm not gonna say it's better or because we're not in a relationship right now. So I'm saying, to be honest, like, we really not. Like, I'm a single man. I'm doing me, like, and I'm just trying to work on get myself together. So I'm saying, after doing 10 years. As far as us, like, I mean, ain't no hard feelings, ain't no smoke, you know. Ain't no issues or no beef or nothing. So, you know.
Okay. So since that's not a thing, I know for a fact I'm seeing the women going crazy. Some of them is like, well, I'm coming to Brooklyn to find him, right? So how has that been? Like, what's happening there? How is your love life currently? I know they want to know. I know they want to know.
I mean, currently, like I said, to be honest, like, I'm just really focused on myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I see the DMs, I see, you know, women checking, respectfully, shout out to y'all, you know, whatever. I love the support, to be honest, you know, but, like, you know, I mean, for me, I'm just, like I said, I'm just really trying to focus on me right now, like, not really trying to be in a relationship or, you know, take anything too serious, you know, just really enjoying myself right now, having fun, to be honest.
Okay, but you're getting a lot of love.
I'm getting a lot of love.
I mean, you don't have to confirm it for me because I see the comment section. So I already know they be doing cartwheels in there. Like, they got GIFs now in the comment section, and the stuff that I'll be scrolling like, oh, okay, like, this is crazy. So yeah, I already know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some love to answer your question, Sheik.
So how you handling your newfound fame?
To be honest, I'm real humble about it. Like, I didn't really even know, like, that many people watch this show. Like, to be honest, I'm gonna just be all the way real. Like, I really didn't realize how many people watch that show. I thought it was gonna be like, it's so many shows on TV, but it's a lot of people that watch that show. Like, for example, when I come through Harlem, so many people recognize me. I'm in the gym, like, people recognize me. Oh, Ralph from Love After Lockup. Like, oh, Love During Lockup. Like, I'm like, all right, let's take this picture. But I didn't even, like I said, know I had that much notoriety, to be honest. I thought it was like a prison show, like, because people in jail, like, everybody go in the day room, everybody line the day room up. Just when that show come on, everybody's, like, just so intrigued by it. But I thought it was more like in jail, like, we watch it inside. Like, so when I got outside and I see how many people watch it, like, for example, like, my page did 1.5 million views. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I see it was all from New York, PA, the Tri-State, Connecticut. So these are people, I guess, that watch the show, I guess, fans, you know. So that kind of, is interesting. So to answer your question.
So, I got some more questions, but we're gonna cut to a break real quick, and then we're gonna get into them.
Okay, that's cool.
This is the King and I radio show on Part 19 on iHeartRadio, powered by the Matrix Studios.
The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
What's up, people? I'm back. Yes, and I still have my guests in the building. And I didn't want to just run away abruptly. So we gotta get into just a teeny bit more. And anything else y'all want to know about him, y'all already know. Y'all gotta follow him. What's your name on social media?
All right, yeah, definitely follow me. It's your boy Rob _Elite Fit. Just follow me.
And so what's gonna be like coming up for you? Like, what do you have on the agenda, on the horizon?
Okay, well, for certain, like I said, you got Power to Profile. That's my book. That's coming up real soon. Make sure I tune in, showing love. Whatever. Right behind that with the follow-up, it's called Tales Behind the New York State Prison Wall. That's probably gonna more or less be a series. I got, different acting gigs and modeling gigs come up too, so be on the watch for that too.
Okay. Well, it was great having you.
It's great being up here with you, King.
It's a pleasure having you, because we had this in the works for a minute, and so I appreciate you. And when the book come out, you can always pop back in and yeah.
Again, man.
Okay, all right. So that's it. That's all we have for today. We're out. The King and I Radio.